You're welcome to here, as you can see, at the Christenborg Castle, which is popularly called Osu Castle. It is the 13th edition of the Chale Street Art Festival. And you know that the Chale Festival is actually a celebration of the abolishment of slavery back then when slavery was high. And someone might be wanting to ask, why here the Osu Castle? Osu Castle, originally built in the 1960s by the Danes Norwegians, it has seen a lot of slaves being transported from here or this part of the world to wherever slaves were. And we've seen, or the Osu Castle has seen the occupants of the Danes, Norwegians, the Portuguese, the French, the English, the Sweden, and the Aquems, and finally the British, who came to elevate the place from a fort to 4 times the size of the fort, which we are now seeing here. Yes, and you might also be wanting to know why this year, the 13th edition of the Chale Festival, we're bringing it here. Well, this is the reason. The fact that this place has seen a lot of slaves, and it is the Chale Festival for 13 years has been celebrating the emancipation or the abolishment of slave trade. So it is purely art, it is purely fashion, it is purely culture, and also the celebration of the slave trade, like I said. So today we're here and the art exhibition has already started. I'm going to take you through a few of the artists who are having their exhibitions here. Now, my first person is going to be Nancy. Okay, Nancy. First off, very colorful paintings you have here. Why the colors?
Okay, so I use the colors because I just wanted my works to be vibrant. Yeah, that's why I use the colors.
That's why the colors. And how long this particular one like this? I can see. You have unicorns, horses, and what, dragons?
Yeah.
Okay. Why these particular animals, and what are the symbolisms?
Mythical creatures. They are from the mythology and spirituality aspects of the rich Ghanaian culture. Yeah.
And how long did it take you to finish something like this?
So this took me. It took 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get it done.
And let's talk about this one here. This one I can actually see texture. The texture, the colors, different from this one. Why the texture, and what is it symbolizing?
It's this symbol. It's also based on spirituality, yeah, and mythology, and also it's kind of like the how do I even say this? It's a captivating window for the Ghanaian cultural tapestry. Because the rich Ghanaian cultural tapestry, because most people do not know much about our cultural heritage, and so I decided to, because when you see most of our marks or the marks that we use, most of them have meanings and like there are symbols that some people worship and all that. So I decided to do that.
To put it in a painting. Okay, and so how long did it take you to finish everything you have here? Okay. This alone took 2 weeks, right? Uh-huh.
But this one, I started this somewhere last year. Yeah, I started this somewhere last year, and I finished this first one in January. Okay. Yeah. Then the rest I finished in somewhere in May. Yeah. And
it was purposely for this exhibition.
Yes, for this exhibition.
Now tell me, what I am seeing there's similar shape here, similar kite shape here, but what is the difference between these two? Because the texture is also same here.
Yeah. The difference, as you can see, the difference, like the shape and everything, they are different, or they are different things altogether. All like have their own meanings, but then they are all based under the spirituality and the mythology.
Spirituality is too much, bro. Okay, well, thank you very much. Well, these and many more art is what you are going to be seeing this year at the art festival. Now let's get back into the studio, and I'm sure we'll be back here. When we get back here, I'll take you to some more art and some more painting.
Purchase your tracks today. marks the first day of this year's festival, of course, and we're here at the Wote Castle. But then the artists are here getting ready, bringing life to blank walls, as we're seeing. But later in the afternoon, the procession will start. But here is a lady who is, doing something very, I don't know, but I find it extraordinary. Charity. Good morning.
Morning, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Now, looking at your art, I don't know, I'm very curious to find out. I'm seeing one neck down there. No, I'm seeing three necks and three different heads, different faces. What's the inspiration? What is it really about?
It's about the Sabali women. And the Sabali women are actually from West Africa. And then it talks about the fight or their contribution towards freedom of the slaves. And then it's not just about physical contribution, but also spiritual contribution. So this is more like three heads or three ideas put together to fight for freedom and the power of women towards freedom.
Okay, but you mentioned three heads to fight. It's giving me a vibe like unity. What really is the meaning to that?
Yes, the meaning to that is if we come together as women, we'll be able to fight and get freedom. Yeah, that's what I think. And luckily for me this year, it happens to be my third year, and 3 times in a row, the only female muralist. So I'm excited being here and showing the world what we can do as women too.
Well, this is really mesmerizing. But tell me, what informed your decision for the colors you used?
Yes, we decided to do vibrant colors this year so that we show people that it's not about being spiritual and dark, but also being spiritual and being vibrant and telling our story as Africans.
So how long or how many days, let me put it that way, did it take you to bring out this?
About a week now, but I'll have one more week and then I'll be done. So I'm doing live painting. I want everybody to come around and come and see me do painting live.
Wow.
So excited. Yeah,
this is quite interesting. So if you're watching, make sure that you make your way to the Chale Wote Festival. Whether we're going to move from here to the Independence Square, we're bringing you all of that. But this is what's happening currently here at the Wote Castle. So let's go behind there and let's see what's happening.
Purchase your tracks today.
Where I am right now, it's sculptures and they are incredible. They're amazing. They are just beautiful. So please, can you join me here? Yes, and you can see a pregnant woman, someone giving birth, a pregnant woman here. I don't know what this particular image is, but I don't know what she's thanking God for, if she's thanking God at all. But the man behind, or the brain behind all these sculptures you're seeing is here. How are you doing today?
Find yourself too.
I am great. Your name is?
Gavois Franklin.
Gavois Franklin. So Gavois Franklin is the brain behind all these sculptures that you have seen. My interest right now is, what is this? What is this?
This is a drip. It's a drip on a patient. This is a hospital.
Oh,
it's a hospital indeed, where we have to treat people mentally, physically, which is art too. So you can relate to your own problems and then treat them yourself.
so this is the drip,
This is a drip.
like seen in the hospital.
Yes.
And this is the hospital. This is the patient on the hospital bed.
Yes.
What went into this? What amount of work went into this?
And first of all, we have clay, and we have to use our clay. Then telling our stories the way they are, repeating it every now and then brings the best of knowledge to us. We seem to be throwing our stories away. For instance, let me tell you about this man who is sleeping there. He's not a lazy man.
This particular one, right? Okay.
He's just tired. And then that's the wife there. Maybe we could give her a name. And that's their son there. and then who's playing. So it's a whole family set up our day-to-day activities in our community. These are chief drummers that I know personally. I know this man personally who play here. He's called Chale. He's called Chale. And then this is Obonufuache. I know all of them as human. So I try to mimic them in that small space, and then let them also have a feeling that somebody really cares about their work.
This is the very first day of the Chale Street Art Festival, which has flip-flopped from Jamestown to Osu. And we're starting from here at the Crescent Castle, and there's going to be a procession, and then after the procession in the Osu town, we will come back to the Crescent Castle for the official opening of the festival. Now, I am so interested. I will come back to this. I'll come back to this, but I'm so interested in this. Is this also a woman you know personally? This one.
Behind every man, there should be a woman. I think there's a problem somewhere, and they used to be like this, either like this. But now I don't know. So why would the doctor come? The doctor would tell us why they are there like that.
And I can also see that you have set up in somewhere a place that looks like it's overgrown, or is this part of the art?
It's a discovery and it's a pain to me, because years back, our successive presidents, this is where they die. This is where they call their shots, they have fun memories and all of that. And then me coming back again into the castle and seeing it like this, is like something must be done.
Is that what motivated this particular art that you have?
And that also because I use waste trash to do my collections and productions. I think this is the ideal place for me to choose and revive this place again.
I can see pure water sachets.
Yes.
What are these?
This is dry leaves that I swept here. Not really here, but I sweep from the street or every other places. Then these are sachet what I used myself. The ones I drank and I just fill them, not throw them away. I keep them and then use them. And then these are beads, of course. I didn't do this, but there's brown cotton, there's leaves, and then there's tree glue. Then finally I use paint to bring colors to it.
So these and more is what you are going to be seeing here at the street festival, the Chale Street Festival.
Purchase your tracks today.
So beautiful. Oh my God. Hi, please come close to me and let's have a conversation. I'm seeing 3 heads, but it looks like is that a goat's head?
No, actually it's a zebra, but we're not done.
It's what?
Zebra.
Okay, so tell me about your painting. What's the inspiration behind it?
It basically stems from the theme of the festival, which is Magneto Motherland. He talks about we revisiting our past and knowing who we actually are, not the created version of ourselves through religion, the Western religion, the education and politics.
You said this is a zebra.
Yeah.
So how does this even correlate, or what's the relation between the zebra and our past?
You know, we can't talk about who we are neglecting our immediate environment. So we have to incorporate all that into it.
Looking at the different colors and everything, how many days did it take you to do this?
Actually, this is our 4th appearance.
No, I mean for this particular painting, how long did it take you to put this together? And I see that you're still working on it.
This is the 4th time.
This is the 4th year?
Yeah, 4th time we are working on this.
4th time, so it's been 4 days?
Yeah.
Wow, and I mean, Chale has been in existence for 13 years. How many years have you been
We came somewhere around 2016, and then somewhere 2020 we came back again, and then it's been consistent.
Wow. So you tell me, with the colors, I'm seeing something like a dolphin up there.
A fish.
Is a fish. Okay. So what informed the colors? Fishes are not violet.
Yeah, this is abstract a bit. It has an abstract bit of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm seeing different colors, and I would love you to tell me why you decided to use red down here, why you're using violet up there, and the white heads of the zebra.
Yeah, the zebra we are not done, as I said.
Okay.
But for the red and all this, it's a way to attract the viewer.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted it to be colorful.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. That's beautiful. So if anybody is to ask, like you've told me that it's a zebra and you want us to relate this to our past and where we're coming from, are you going to be doing this the entire week, or you're about finishing?
We are almost done. Yeah, we're almost done.
You're almost done with it. So it means that if anybody's to pass through, you're not going to do any other paintings. It's just this one.
No, I think we'll be doing other ones, but not today.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and I'm sure we'll see you within the week. Yes. Thank you so much. So this is what's happening at the Osu Castle.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.